Morning, everybody. Welcome to Old Town. Our hope today is to kind of give you guys a sense of the feel of our neighborhood and what goes on here, the different service agencies that are here to provide for people who live in the neighborhood, both on the streets and in the low-income housing in the neighborhood. And I also invite you to think about if you ended up on the streets tonight, where you would sleep and where you would go to the bathroom. Those are both kind of two high-need things in our neighborhood, and they're not always readily available. But we'll get going, so thanks for joining us.
We're headed to the downtown chapel, whom we partner with the nursing students and PSU students.
So this is the downtown chapel, also known as the Red Doors, as you can see by their lovely red doors. And the downtown chapel provides hospitality services for individuals who are living on the streets and in the neighborhood. So in the morning they're open from 9 to 11. We partner with them for our nursing programs. Our students usually spend their mornings here at the chapel and up at the Julia West House, which is another hospitality site, and then do our visiting program in the afternoon. So it's kind of a really great communal space for a lot of people who live in the neighborhood. Welcome to the corner of Burnside and Broadway. These are our boundaries for Old Town. So Old Town is north of Burnside and east of Broadway here in Portland. Burnside divides us north and south. It's also kind of a cultural dividing line. Old Town has always been a rougher part of the neighborhood and has been long known for its social service agencies. There's a couple significant buildings on the corner. This is the Helen Swindell's building. It's single room occupancy housing for folks on limited incomes. Rent is anywhere from $250 to $375 a month. For some of their smaller rooms are 90 square feet, so it's about the size of a parking space with a shared bathroom and kitchen down the hall. So people move in just like any other apartment, but some of the barriers to housing are lowered. There aren't as strict of background checks and other things that normally would prevent people from getting into housing. Behind you guys is the Hatfield building. The Hatfield is Central City Concern drug and alcohol free housing. So it's also single room occupancy. It provides kind of a safe, secure living space for people who are going through or who are clean and sober and want to remain that way. This is the Richard L. Harris building. It's also Central City Concern. It's home to their Old Town Clinic. The Old Town Clinic provides health services for individuals who are low income or uninsured, so they can go and get all their health needs met there. The upstairs is home to their Mentor Recovery Program, which provides drug and alcohol recovery. It's a 6-month inpatient program, so people live in the transitional housing upstairs and participate in the program. Once they graduate, they have the option of moving into one of the drug and alcohol free housing buildings that Central City Concern owns. We're in the Butte Hotel, which is one of the single room occupancy buildings that we visit in our visiting program. So the folks that we visit here have people drop by once a week or so to say hi and see how they're doing.
Hi. Hello.
These are all nursing students. And from Concordia University and University of Portland. What is the McDonald Center good for?
Some trips. You know, a lot of people here don't get people to come visit like you and your family or nothing. Nursing students are great to have to come visit. You know, it's a short time, but it's, you know, it breaks up the monotony for the day or even the week.
On to the next point of interest, I guess.
This is Sisters of the Road Cafe, and it was started by the Catholic Workers Movement over 25 years ago. And what's neat about it is that the people in the neighborhood asked for the cafe. They wanted a place where they could take their friends and have a hot meal and be treated with dignity. And that's exactly what happens at Sisters.
Really quick, I want to point out this white building right behind us. This is the Bridgeview, and the Bridgeview is housing for folks who struggle with chronic mental health issues. It's run by Cascadia Behavioral Health Care, and so they provide transitional and long-term housing for folks who are needing supportive housing. So this is the Portland Loo right behind me. This is the only 24-hour public toilet in downtown Portland. It opened earlier this year, or the end of last year, and it is self-cleaning, single-person bathroom, so folks can have a place to use the restroom, which hasn't been around for very long. There's a lack of public bathrooms in our neighborhood, and so a lot of folks end up using doorways and corners that isn't great for business and public sanitation and stuff. So there's a big push to try to get more public toilets in our neighborhood, and hopefully this one is the first of many that we will see. So this building on the corner is Transition Projects, and Transition Projects is one of the largest providers of services for homeless adults in the neighborhood. They provide a day access center where folks can get their mail and make phone calls and kind of access showers and clothing. They also have a men's shelter here, a women's shelter across the river, and another men's shelter under the Hawthorne Bridge. They provide case management services and pretty much anything people need to transition from homelessness into permanent housing. Their goal is to get people independent on their own with minimal support. This red brick building behind me is the Blanchet House, and the Blanchet House is where you can eat 3 meals a day, 365 days a year. It was founded after World War II by University of Portland alumni as a place to eat. So this white brick building is the Royal Palm, and the Royal Palm provides shelter beds and long-term housing for folks with chronic mental health issues. They also provide day access for people who are on the streets, so they can go in and get warm and have a cup of coffee and hang out. And the really great thing is that they partner a lot with Project Respond, which is part of the Multnomah County Crisis Team. So if someone's having a mental health crisis and is in need of support where maybe the police aren't the best option for them, they can call Project Respond. Project Respond will come out. They're trained mental health professionals, and they can get somebody a shelter bed for the night or connect them with services